All right, last slide of reviews 13.4 part 2. I'm going to do 8 of these, so, by all means, if you feel like you get it. But these are definitely good unit circle ones again, so you're going to evaluate where the trig values occur. So you're going to be doing inverse. So the first problem says inverse sine of -1. So first and foremost, you have to remind yourself that inverse sine can only occur in the first and fourth quadrants. So then you have to say, okay, well, where is the sine negative? Well, it's not negative in the first quadrant, so I can eliminate that, and I know that it's going to be in the fourth quadrant. Okay, so I'm going to kind of focus here, hone in on the fourth quadrant. Where is the sine equal to -1? Well, that's easy. It's right on the quadrant here on the sine axis, the y-axis, because that point is 0, -1, right? So that would be 270 degrees, but remember I can't cross through no man's land to get there, so I have to actually go negative, right? So it's -90 degrees, and in radians that would be -pi/2. Number 2 says cosine, inverse cosine of -3, square root of 3/2. So where is the cosine equal to the negative square root of 3/2? So again, you have to ask yourself, okay, inverse cosine can only occur in the first and second quadrant. And where is the cosine negative? Well, the cosine is negative. Remember, cosine is like x, so cosine is negative in the second quadrant. So again, I'm going to kind of hone in over here in the second quadrant. And the cosine value, where is that equal to negative square root of 3? And if you want to visualize in the first quadrant, the cosine value is equal to negative square root of 3 at pi/6. So over here, it's square root of 3/2, 1/2. So that means over here, it's going to be negative square root of 3. And you have to figure out what that is. Well, again, if this is 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6 pi, and there it is. So it's going to be 5. I guess I can write this over here, sorry. 5, 6 pi, and it, in degrees, of course, well, a sixth is a 30-degree angle. So if I maybe just take, I could just go 180 minus that 30 degrees, so that would be 150 degrees. All right, number 3 is inverse tangent of the square root of 3. So again, reminding yourself, where can inverse tangent occur? Only in the first or fourth quadrants. And, well, we know it's positive, so inverse tan is positive here, so it's not going to be in the fourth quadrant, it's going to be in the first. So visualizing things in the first quadrant, you kind of have your 3 main angles here. I know that, well, okay, so you know the points here. So if you really wanted to, tangent is sine divided by cosine, so you could take all the sine and cosine values and divide them out. To me, I would just memorize these, but anyway, the tangent occurs here at square root of 3/3, the tangent here is 1, and the tangent here is the square root of 3. So I know that here is what I want, because that's the square root of 3, and what angle is that? Well, that's 60 degrees, or in radians, pi/3. So 60 degrees, pi/3. Very easy when you know your unit circle. Number 4, inverse sine of a -1/2. So again, inverse sine can only occur in quadrants 1 or 4, but this particular one is negative, so sine is negative in the fourth quadrant. So down in the fourth quadrant, sine is y, so you want to figure out where is the y coordinate equal to -1/2. And that would be this point down here. And remember, you cannot go around and cross through no man's land, so you have to go negative. So that would be the same as up here, which is 60 degrees. So down here, it's going to be -60 degrees. And that's -pi/3. And I totally said that wrong, sorry. Oh, now I can't erase. That's okay. I'm going to scribble these out. I had the wrong angle. So I was doing the cosine, sorry. So inverse sine is your y coordinate. Where's that equal to -1/2? So let me just change colors here since I messed this up. It's going to be this angle, right? And that's negative 30 degrees, or negative pi over 6. All right, number 5 says, where's the cosine square root of 2 over 2? So again, cosine can occur in quadrants 1 and 2. And I want it to be positive, so I can eliminate the second quadrant because cosine is not positive there. So I'm in the first quadrant, and where is cosine equal to square root of 2 over 2? And you know that these points are square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2, and that's a 45-degree angle. So that's pretty easy. So 45 degrees, and in radians, that's pi over 4. Number 6 says inverse tangent of negative 1. So inverse tangent can be quadrants 1 or 4, but it is negative, so it's going to be in quadrant 4. And I know my tangent values down here are just reflected of the first quadrant, so my tangent values are going to be negative root 3 over 3, negative 1, and negative root 3. So here's what I want, and to get there, that'd be negative 30 degrees, or negative pi over 6. And again, remind yourself you can't go this way, right? And I am totally messing these up. I said everything right, I circled the wrong one. Oh, I'm so sorry. Alright, who's the math teacher here? Yeah, I don't know. But we want this one, not that one. So where is the tangent at negative 1? And that would be negative 45 degrees and negative pi fourths. Sorry, again. Alright, number 7 is where is the tangent equal to 0? And this one, I don't know, maybe takes a little thought. So inverse tan, again, can only be in quadrants 1 or 4. So that doesn't really help, though, because it's 0. So it's not a negative or positive situation. So I just want you to think about both of these quadrants. We know tangent values here is square root of 3 over 3, 1, and square root of 3. Not any of those are 0. So I'm going to think, okay, well, it's got to be a quadrantal angle here. So I know these points are 1, 0, 0, 1, and 0, negative 1. Well, think about, first of all, the tangent can occur here, but think about why it can't. So tangent is sine over cosine, which is y divided by x. Y divided by x, I can't divide by 0. Y divided by x, I can't divide by 0. So sine divided by cosine, or tangent, is undefined at 90 and negative 90. So obviously it's this one, but just check sine divided by cosine, right? 0 divided by 1 is 0. So yeah, it's going to be at 0 degrees. So 0 degrees, which is obviously also 0 radians. And the last one is where is cosine equal to negative 1/2? So again, cosine can occur in quadrants 1 or 2, but we want it to be negative, right? Cosine is negative 1/2, so it's going to be in quadrant 2. So focus over there. Cosine is x. So where's your x coordinate? Negative 1/2. And that'd be right here. Actually, I won't draw that in. So this angle right there has the coordinates, oops, if I can write it right, negative 1/2 and square root of 3 over 2. So what angle is that? Well, then you probably recognize that that is thirds. So that's 2/3 pi in radians. And 2/3 pi has a reference angle of 1/3, which is the same as 60 degrees. So if I take 180 minus 60, I will get 120 degrees.